I'm just so excited to talk. I think that encourages you to just make it through that final nursing. I nursed my second for 2 years, and that was plenty long. But my name is Alison, and I have been married for 13 years, and I have 2 boys. Age 3 is Samuel, my little Spitfire, and age 10 is Benjamin, my Brainiac, and they are the joy of our home. And so I would, like any good mother does, she has a picture of them. This is their Easter picture. And, I was thinking about all the Easter pictures that I saw this Easter, and I just thought, are those really showing us true reality? And so as I show you this, look how cute they are. They have matching vests, and has on a bow tie, Benjamin has on a matching long tie. Work really hard, okay? What I'm not telling you is what I want to tell you right now. So what you cannot see in this picture is me saying, here is finally a nice picture I can share with you. After taking 632 snaps and trying to leave the church, already 20 minutes later than planned, both boys were finally smiling because I threatened their lives. We argued the outfits for 30 minutes after 2 weeks prior, having a discussion and a compromise over what would and would not be worn. For him, who not to be named, to wake up this morning and have his mind changed. I will not wear those pants, Mother. I, the beautiful mother, am not in the picture because I have not sure my teeth have been brushed in days, and I wipe their nose with my dress. Hashtag Happy Easter, hashtag Mommy True, hashtag Isn't Life Beautiful? So I'm sure you have experienced this on some level, right? And probably worse. Today, I really want to be real with you. I want to tell you a real story. I want to tell you about my real journeys, and I really hope that I can share some real courage with you today. So when I talk to them, their topic for this month is courage to be a mom. I'm just so passionate about being a mother. I'm excited to share this with you. And so I looked up the definition of courage. Let's see what it really means. We all have preconceptions about what it means. And there were 2 definitions. They were pretty similar, but the first was the ability to do something that frightens one. And then it gives a sentence, using an example, and it says, she called on her courage to face the ordeal. And I started laughing. I was like, face the ordeal. As mothers, we face ordeals daily, probably even hourly. And it reminded me of a Facebook post I had posted back in January 13th, 2014. Samuel had just turned 2. He just returned from his beautiful Mexican vacation, and it was the first day Benjamin was back to school, my husband was back to work, and this is what I posted that morning. In the past hour, I have cleaned up spilled cereal, dog puke, human pee, an entire bottle of water, and ketchup from my floor. Goodbye vacation, hello 2014, back to life, back to reality. So, we know what it is to face ordeals. Those are little ordeals that we face in our life, and it takes courage to fight about the dog pee, the baby puke, and all those things. So, having courage to deal with ordeals and disasters is a daily occurrence when you are a mother. It is how we face these ordeals that defines us. So I'm just a mom. When people ask me, Alison, what do you do? I always say, I'm just a mom. And even when I was a child and a little girl, I think if you asked me what I wanted to be, even through high school, I'd say, I just want to be a mom and be president of the PTA. That is what my mom had done, and I was really excited about that. But then I went off to college, and I worked really hard at a pretty prestigious university, so I think. And I was creative, I had a lot of favor, and I ended up moving to LA right after graduation to work in the entertainment industry. And I got a job on an Emmy-nominated show the first week I was in LA, and things were rocking and rolling. And those desires kind of changed for me, or so I thought. But about a month after I moved to LA, or maybe even a couple of weeks, I met my husband, and we were married within that year. And so I believe, that God had a little different plan for me at that time. So he was fine with me wanting to work. His mom didn't work, and he was fine with me wanting to have a full-time career. But I didn't tell you before about him is that he's a doctor, and he works about 60 hours Monday through Friday, and on the weekends on top of that occasionally. So he is very busy, and if you know anything about the entertainment industry, you know that 50, 60-hour weeks are minimum. So we decided for our family that I would stay home for a while and, freelance shop here and there. because we wanted to keep our relationship a priority, and working both splitting ends just wouldn't be good for our relationship. So if you think it's hard to say you're a stay-at-home mom, just try saying, hi, what do you do? Stay at home? Oh, how old are your kids? I don't have kids. So that's another thing. But then, a couple years after that, we had Benjamin, and I remember being in many social settings where this one in particular, we had this really fancy ball for Northridge Hospital, and they had a full string quartet band, and we were talking to this other couple, and I was like, are you guys going to dance? And they're like, no, are you? And I said, yes, Terrence has been watching Dancing with the Stars, and he was ready to hit the floor, and we're like, oh, what's that? And I was like, oh my gosh, these are not my people. But they had just had a baby about the same age as my son, and so I was really connecting with this mom on the joys of motherhood and being a new-time mommy, and I just said, oh, no, do you stay home with your child? And she said, oh, no, I'm a pediatric surgeon. And I don't know what she was thinking at that time, but I just kind of went, blah. And I just thought, I always say to my husband, I didn't become a doctor because I didn't want to be. It's not that I wasn't smart enough. So I kind of had this complex that people were judging me for staying home with my child. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I felt. And I think sometimes we feel society tells us that we're not doing enough, or we should be fulfilling our needs and desires, and those are fulfilled by having a career outside of the home. And so, but I don't think that's the truth. I think that we all have different desires in our heart, and I'm not able to fulfill those desires in my life. Even though I stay home, I'm able to fulfill the desires of being productive and working in many different ways, and keeping my hands and keeping the needs of my family as our first priority. So some of the things I get to do is I get to serve in the church. I get to learn new trade and crafts. A few years ago when we were building this building, my husband and I, but basically I, was the director of the fundraising campaign. It was $1 million fundraising campaign. So, I worked almost full-time for many weeks on helping the church raise the money for that. And I learned so many marketing skills, all these things that then now when I go, my son is in elementary school, I was able to transform their fundraising program at the school because of the things that I had learned. And I am proud to say that I am president of the PTA this year. and it's not your mama's PTA. We have a fundraising budget of $175,000, so it keeps me very busy and it's very exciting. But also joining social groups like moms. It's so important to get there and connect with other moms, And so I just charge you to choose what is right for you and your family. Remember, life is full of seasons. It may only be a season where you have the privilege to stay home with your children. And we all know it's very expensive here in LA, so I think it is a privilege, And you may not be able to stay at home with your children, or you may be a full-time mommy and full-time career woman. But I charge you to be courageous in those decisions, making your family the priority. The truth is, I'm not just a stay-at-home mom, but I have so much pride, and that is my priority. It is my pleasure to call upon my courage to face those daily workings. And so then the second definition of courage was strength in the face of pain or grief. And the sentence it gave is, she fought her illness with courage. So, by God's grace, I've never fought a life-threatening illness. I've stood by those that have. But I believe that I had great courage when we were trying to have our second child. And so some of you may have heard my story before about this, but I'm going to share it briefly again. And so, and hopefully, courage we have to have more children. We don't feel finished with two. So, in January of 2010, we had already been trying to have another child. We didn't have a family yet. We were trying to have another child for 5 years. And there was some encouragement given to the church, or a prophecy given that the church was going to expand by babies being born. And so I heard that, and I was so encouraged. I was like, yes, this is my time. I'm getting in on this year. This is it. I'm going to have a baby this year. And so, if any one of you know, or around that time, the church grew, and it grew by babies and babies and babies and babies. It was almost a weekly occurrence that a friend would come to me and be like, guess what, I'm pregnant. I would see a girl looking at her and say, like, she's pregnant. There was even someone in my extended family who got pregnant and her tubes had been tied. I mean, it was just like, are you for real, God? Like, everyone is getting pregnant. And so I had to take much courage to be excited for those women. And it was truly my desire to be excited for those women. Many of them were first-time moms themselves. And, many babies means baby shower after baby shower. And I truly believe that when you sow into something, you will reap. Not only what you sow, but where you sow. So I was throwing baby showers. Like, are you having a shower? Can I help? I want to throw it. My house is open. Or I was there bringing gifts and just truly celebrating with these women. And over that year, I still didn't get pregnant, and so we had decided to do some fertility treatment. So we did 1, 2, 3, and the 4th fertility treatment I started in December. And my faith was so high. I was like, God, this is it. I'm going to get pregnant in December. Your word is going to be true for my life and what I've been believing. And December came and went, and I wasn't pregnant. I got the call. And I remember coming to church and seeing Amy Polis, and those that you know, and just saying to her, I'm not pregnant. And her just giving me a big hug and saying, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep on going. So I really want to stress the importance of having friends alongside of you and around you. I'm sorry, it still makes me emotional. But those friends that can stand there beside you when your courage falls and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I don't have any hope for this. I don't have any faith for this. A friend that will say, don't give up. Keep going. You can do it. Just put courage in you, encourage you to keep going. So we then decided to do IVF, and those of you who know that's where they take an egg out of you, make a baby in a lab, and it's just a huge process, okay? And it takes a lot of courage because it's very expensive, and there's a lot of moral decisions you have to make, like going along with it. And so I had 4 little babies in the lab, and the first 2 did not take. And so my last 10 was 2 little babies, and we took the 2 babies and we put them in, and they got their stamp. And so I just encourage you, it takes courage to do those things that are out of control as a mother. I'm a very controlling person. I like that things. But when you got babies and little kids, they don't do what you tell them to do. Your life is like chaotic. It takes courage to put your faith in something else when you have no control over it. It may have taken you great courage just to show up today. You may not have slept last night. Your child may be screaming the whole time like she talked about it. But look at those who came today. And there are those who didn't come today. So you have courage for coming. Come and celebrate that. It really is great. There's not a woman here, just like they said when they opened up, that has not been through what you are going through. There are things that you may want to do but are afraid you can't do them, afraid it won't happen, afraid you can't afford it. I charge you to take courage. Deuteronomy, there's a scripture in the Bible, it's towards the beginning in Deuteronomy, it's chapter 31, verse 6. It says, be strong, take courage, don't be intimidated. Don't give them, or I put those ordeals, second thought, because God, your God, is striding ahead of you. He is right there with you. He won't let you down, and He will not leave you. So, I ask you, what area of mommyhood do you need God to go with you so you can be courageous? So,